There are days where I don't want to go to the gym. Don't focus on the number on the scale. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Tiana. So many of you are hard on yourselves and say you lack motivation. So today, I really wanted to come on here and help you guys and tell you guys how I stay motivated and what works for me and just how I keep going. I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to stay motivated, how to just start feeling better about yourself, and I really hope this helps because I know where you've been, trust me, and some days I don't want to go to the gym and I'm very unmotivated, but I want to help you guys and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let's just get into this video. So the first thing is I'm going to talk about numbers. Now there's two parts to this. The first part is do not worry about the number on a scale. We all want to hit a certain weight, whether we want to be gaining weight or losing weight. In this case, I'm going to talk about losing weight. Don't rely and focus on the scale. That's the number one thing. But back when I wanted to lose weight, I was always focused on the scale, and it made me so unmotivated, so unhappy. It just really ruined everything about fitness and a healthy lifestyle. And it should be so enjoyable for you to do it because you're making your lifestyle a lot better. You're supposed to be having a healthy, happy lifestyle, and you just being unmotivated and mad about the weight on a scale will really bring you down and it won't help you reach the next steps. One thing I really want to focus on this point is you may be doing everything right. You could be doing everything right. Everything. But you just need to think you could be gaining muscle. It could be water weight. It could be a number of things. And a lot of the times our bodies hit plateaus. If you're always going to be focused on the number on the scale and it's not going down and you may have gained a pound or two, don't be hard on yourself. If you're still stuck at the same number, don't be hard on yourself because that's why you're going to be unmotivated to be doing these things. If your clothing is feeling like how you want it to feel, you're doing great. If you feel like you are gaining some weight, think about it this way. Think what you're doing. If you're doing weightlifting, if you're doing movements to build muscle, you could be building muscle. Measure yourself and see. When you're measuring yourself, if you notice the number is like bigger, don't be mad. It could be muscle that you're gaining. You have to remember that. It could be muscle, you guys. It could be muscle. So don't focus on the numbers in like a negative way. Just do pictures, maybe measure yourself. If you feel good and you're doing everything that you can to make the changes for your body, keep it going because in the long run, it's gonna help. It's gonna work. The other number that I want to talk about is numbers in the gym. When you go in the gym, you do not have to go in thinking you have to lift the heaviest. Do not go in thinking you need to lift a certain amount of weight. Don't go in thinking that you have to always up your weight. I was there. It's always nice to increase your weight. It's always nice to lift heavy. There's nothing wrong with that. That should be your motivation. But if you go in solely to say, okay, well, I squatted 120 pounds today, next week I want to go in and squat 140, and then you fail, and then you get mad, and then you just don't want to work out anymore. That's how I was, and that is the most unmotivating thing. Don't do that to yourself. Go in and just work out. That's the easiest way to put it. Just work out. Do things that you want for your body. Make sure you're hitting the places that you want to either lose weight or gain muscle or tone up. Don't always be harsh on yourself if you can't do something or if you can't hit a weight because you're going to hit plateaus. Your body's going to be tired some days. Some days you're not even going to be able to lift half the weight that you could on other days. That's just how things work. So don't just focus on you being the best in there, you lifting the most weight. Go in there, be the best you that you can be. Don't worry about the weights, okay? Don't do that to yourself. Just don't do that to yourself because it is so unmotivating when you think you can keep progressing and then when you can't lift a certain weight or it's like, oh, she can lift heavier than me. I'm not going to do this no more. That's the worst thing to do. So don't do that. The next thing that I want to say is a lot of people aren't motivated because they feel like there's only one type of way to work out. And a lot of people think that it's only cardio or it's only weightlifting. And I'm being honest, when I first started working out, I didn't think that like yoga, I didn't think that like hiking, I didn't think like those were types of ways to work out. those are ways. You can go like biking, you can go kayaking. Those are different ways to work out. There's so many different ways for you to get your exercise in. You don't have to be lifting weights, you don't have to be running. There's so many different ways, you guys. Okay, my main focus is lifting weights because I love lifting weights. I love doing that. But in the summer, I want to go kayaking, I want to go swimming, I want to go walking, I want to go biking. So many things that I want to do where I may skip the gym one day, or I may skip cardio, or I may skip abs because I'm doing this later on. Don't look at a workout having to be like running or having to be lifting weights, because that's not the only way to work out. There's like spin class, there's pump class, there's so many different classes. Don't just think that working out has to be weightlifting or running, because it's not at all. The next thing that I want to touch on a little bit is for those of you who think weightlifting will make you look manly. So weightlifting is gonna make you look like a man. You're gonna build the muscles and you're gonna look like a man. That's probably why I was like not very motivated to work out lifting weights when I first started, and that's why I made sure I didn't do very much, because I thought that it would make me look very manly. I don't find I have a very manly figure. I find I have a very nice figure. I find I have a girly figure. The figure I have is nice for me, and I've been working out for about 2 years now, maybe like a year and a half, lifting weights. It's not going to make you look manly, bulky, nothing like that. It's all how you kind of proportion your workouts and how you work out. What I mean is, if you only go to the gym every single day and you just do biceps, like lifting weights and only doing biceps, then your biceps are gonna look bigger, right? Your arms are gonna look bigger than everything else. And now I'm just speaking from my experience. I'm not saying it's going to, I'm just saying like, this is how I feel about it. It's going to make you look and you're gonna feel bigger in your biceps, and you're gonna be like scrawnier everywhere else, right? Because you're not having like a proportioned workout. If you're solely focusing maybe on your legs may have more definition than everything else, and to some people that may look manly. How do I explain this properly? A woman cannot go in and look like a man unless you're training to have certain muscles, to build certain muscles, to grow certain muscles. You're not going to look manly. There are so many women at the gym that I go to, and they are there every single day lifting so much weight, close to even what men lift, and they don't look manly. Don't make that unmotivate you. Don't think you only have to lift 5 pounds. The last thing that I want to touch on is it's going to take time. The reason why it's going to take time is because your body needs to get used to it, and you need to eat according to your workout or your lifestyle. I know in a lot of my videos you probably see like burgers, waffles, but you don't get a clip of everything I eat in a week. You only get a certain clip, and I usually share that with you because it's like my treat thing. Your eating has to go with your workout, and if it doesn't, it could take a while. You could be working out 5 days a week for an hour every day, but if you're going back and you're having pogos, ice cream, pizza, chips, and then you're having popcorn, and you're not really changing your diet, it will take a lot longer. Just because you worked out, you're kind of just like burning enough calories to like eat all that junk food, and it's like you didn't really work off anything because you're putting it back into your body. So it will take a lot longer if you're doing that. Not just that, to build muscle, to see results, it's gonna take a long time. It's not like bam, I just gained 5 pounds in muscle over 2 years. It took me a year to gain 2 pounds. A whole year to gain 2 pounds. When I first started working out, I was 102 to 103 pounds. I started weightlifting and I gained 3 pounds. So I was 106. From the time I started weightlifting, I was 106 pounds. Today, I am 108 pounds. It takes so much time. And even if you're trying to lose weight, it's going to take time. But if you're eating properly, if you're doing the right exercises, if you're doing everything that you can be doing to get to where you want to be, it may get you there faster. For example, I always say I want to get a smaller tummy. Sometimes I do not eat how I'm supposed to eat to get the smaller tummy and abs. I can do as much ab exercises as I want, but if I go home and have a chicken wrap, I'm having carbs still. It's a lot of carbs, and to get abs, you're supposed supposed to cut the carbs. It's not that I'm not gonna get there, it's that it's gonna take me longer because I need to switch up my eating, and that's just how it is. It's gonna take time. If it comes off fast, that's amazing, but keep going. You don't wanna just stop if it comes off, because if you just stop, it could come back, and you shouldn't stop what you're doing, because when you're in a healthy lifestyle, keep it going. Let's say I get my abs by June 1st, and I'm really happy. I have a flat stomach, I have abs by June 1st. I cut everything out. I have them. So I'm gonna keep it going until I feel like, okay, I'm gonna have some carbs now. So that could be around September, because I don't need to have abs in the winter because it's winter time. But then when summer comes back, I could start up again. So if you want to lose weight, and let's say you do lose 20 pounds and now you lost your 20 pounds, I'm not saying you have to keep eating what you were eating, but make sure you're still incorporating a little bit of exercise. Make sure you're kind of eating what you were eating just to keep it up and off, and you're gonna still feel great. You're still gonna look great, and you're gonna notice a huge change. If you're unmotivated to work out, or if you lack of motivation, or feel like you don't have enough motivation, it's in you. You just really need to test the waters and start from somewhere. It's going to be hard. I started by cutting like fast food out, pop out, a lot of junk food, anything deep fried out, then started going for walks. Like, there's so many steps, and the more that you take, you're gonna start saying, okay, what's the next step? And then that's gonna motivate you. And then what's the next step? And then that's gonna motivate you. It's in you. If you want to change, but you have no motivation to, start from somewhere, start something. Maybe you could watch gym videos. Maybe you could find some fitness inspiration on Instagram. I believe in you. I know you guys can do it. I wanted to make this video because every single time I make a workout video or something towards fitness, you guys always say, I wish I could be like you. You're so motivated. But at the end of the day, it becomes a habit. It becomes ingrained in you. It becomes something you look forward to do. It just becomes you. Once you find that motivation, you're gonna want to keep it going. There are days where I don't want to go to the gym, but I go, and then after the gym, I say, thank God I went, because if I didn't, I would have sat at home and ate a bag of brownies for no reason. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this motivated you. If it did, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram if you want some motivation, if you want some inspiration, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.